Hello everyone, I am the spectacular Prince Rocky Ambrosal Roan the Ninth, and today we're going to be talking about Rock-type Pokemon. Now, I don't have a script for most of this, so if I ramble, sorry. Okay, so first off, let's just go over what Rock-type's weaknesses and strengths, resistances, and not very effectiveness things are. So first off, Rock-types are super effective against fire, ice, flying, and bug type. So fire is pretty decent type. So rock having a super effective against that is pretty good. Ice is not a very good defensive type, so having a super effective attack being super effective against that is not that helpful. Bug is not that great of a type in general. Flying's fine. Rock type moves are not very effective against fighting, ground, or steel. Ground and steel are both very good types. Fighting's an meh type. So those are not very good, not being super effective against. However, rock type does have like 4 things that's super effective against, which is pretty decent. With only 3 resistances, as well as nothing being immune to rock types. That's pretty decent offensively. And for its defenses, it is not very effective. It doesn't take very effective damage from normal, fire, poison, and flying type Pokemon moves, which in fire is fine. Poison, normal, not that's not that great of a resistance. Flying, yet again, okay, but it has 5 weaknesses. That's not good. Especially considering it's water, grass, fighting, ground, and steel. Those are some really bad things to be weak to. Steel's an amazing type. Ground's a really good offensive type. Water and grass, most Pokemon teams have like a core water, grass, fire. And being weak to both water and grass is not good. And then a lot of Pokemon do carry like close combat or something like that. So generally, rock types are better offensively than they are defensively. Defensively, I hate to admit it, but they're not good at all. But offensively, they're like semi-good. They're not the best, but they're not bad. They're not bad. They have a lot of like common things they're super effective against: fire, ice, flying, bug. And like since a lot of rock types and ground types like go together, rock types really well cover ground types' ice and flying weakness and their bug resistance, or bug resisting ground types. So they do kind of pair well with ground type offensively. But yeah. But defensively, because a lot of rock types are with ground types, 2 times weaknesses to 2 different types: water and grass. And they don't lose. Ground doesn't resist any of the types rock's weak to, so that's not helpful. So you just kind of gain some weaknesses and some resistances. It doesn't change any of rocks, as far as I'm aware. But yeah, rock types do have some other effects, such as not taking damage during sandstorm. Pretty good. Sandstorms aren't the best weather, but they're fine. They do get their special defense increased during a sandstorm. Not very helpful, since rock types aren't good defensively, but okay. What else? Yeah, that's kind of it. It's helpful. But yeah, so generally, rock types are more offensive leaning, just due to their type matchups with other types. Now, this becomes a problem when we look at rock types' average stats. Now, they do have fine attack stat. They are ranked number 5 of average attack stat, having an average of 91.4 base stat in attack. However, they're definitely more defensive, ranking 2nd with an average defense stat of 102.1. And this becomes a problem when they're more offensive-leaning Pokemon, when they have the average lowest speed stat at 56.0, or 0.0. Same difference. So yeah, their type, like their stats don't line up with their type advantages, and that causes a problem because a lot of like strong rock types are not that like most of them are defensive ability. Like I'm gonna look at how many rock types have high speed stats that are like decent rock types. So Mega Aerodactyl has a good speed stat. Iron Boulders has a good speed stat. Both of them have good attack stats. Ogerpon, Cornerstone Mask, Diancie, Mega Diancie is pretty good. Archeops has good stats but has a terrible ability. Terrakion, Hisuian Arcanine, Glamora, Cleavor. And then the rest just aren't, like Nihilego, you have the Lycanrocs and Minior, but both of those don't have that great of stats. Like Kabutops, Cloth, both have an 80 and 75. Like, this is high end. Like, when does... Let me look at this real quick. The... 6, 8, 9, 10, 12. The 12th fastest Rock-type Pokemon has a speed stat of 90. Of 90. So only 11 rock types have a speed stat faster than 100. And 2 of them are Aerodactyl, being Aerodactyl and Mega Aerodactyl. 2 of them are Lycanroc, being Lycanroc Midday form and Lycanroc Dusk form. We have Terrakion and Iron Boulder. Minior Core form, Mega Diancie, so both those are forms. Ogerpon, that forms that you don't start battle as, you don't start battle as. Ogerpon Corner Mask, which you also have just other masks as well that you have to consider. Nihilego, which does not have the best typing. Archeops, terrible ability. So none of the fast rock types are that good. Low-key, the only one that's really like that's decent at all is Iron Boulder, because it has a good attack stat, good speed stat, and also has a really good signature move, being able to hit through Protect. Like, that's crazy. Ogerpon, but probably other Ogerpon masks are definitely way better. So unfortunately, rock types don't have that many good ones in terms of speed. And if we look at the highest attack ones, Rampardos, which has terrible every other stat is so bad. And then you have like Tyranitar, Rhyperior, Mega Diancie, Gigalith, Cleavor, Tyranitar again, stuff like that, which they have good offense and like fine defense, like decent defense, terrible speed. Though Tyranitar is probably the best rock type, like just in general, just because pseudo legendary, really good stats, and even though it doesn't have a good speed and good typing, being 2 times weak to fighting, oh god, it has good enough attack stat to make up for that and a good move pool. And Sandstream's pretty good ability, especially because rock types are pretty good in Sandstorm. But yeah, just looking at this is not good. So the rock type is not a very good type, unfortunately, much to my chagrin, as it is my favorite type. But yeah, that's kind of all I had. So I hope you enjoyed my little ramble about rock types and my unscripted video. This is not going well. Oh god. And the drawing that is not good of a golem that is playing in the background. Yeah, I'll hopefully have more videos up where I draw rock types and talk about rock type stuff, but yeah. Thank you. It's so bad. Bye bye.